Prafulji, as we're looking at these visuals, if you can also put in context the significance of these individual temples within Shri Ram temple.
Yeah, these 7 temples, you know, as I said, Valmiki, this is Devi Ahilya, and a great scholar, known to be a very, very righteous. This is Nishadaraj, a fisherman, you know, who helped Shri Ram to cross over Narmada, and is a very known to be a very great friend. And when it comes to the you know, his final fight, Mata Shabari, coming from a very small tribal community in Madhya Pradesh Maharashtra border, and this is Shri Valmiki,
who's the author of the Ramayana.
And
so,
so all these you know, sages and seers, as I said, represent the continuity of our civilization, the knowledge systems, the knowledge traditions, that they are the ones who connected the Rama Katha with the entire nation and every section of society.
Right, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is at Shri Ram temple in Ayodhya. For the viewers who have just joined us, Prime Minister Narendra Modi offering prayers at the Sapt Mandir, which houses temples associated with Maharshi Vasishtha, Maharshi Vishwamitra, Maharshi Agastya, Maharshi Valmiki, Devi Ahilya, Nishadraj and Mata Shabri.
Indeed.
These are important figures associated with Ramayana, with the legacy of Lord Ram. And Prime Minister, before the main event of the day, the Dhwajarohan, the flag hoisting, saffron flag on the Shikhar of Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir, Prime Minister paying his respects at the Sapt Mandir.
Indeed, these devotees, I mean these devotions are also part of the overall structure as we were talking about, and Mr. Ketkar was telling us how the dots are connected. But if we look at Maharishi Vasishtha, he was the guru of Lord Ram, and this is a symbolizes wisdom and Dharma, because there is a guru to the Lord. And then there is Vishwamitra, who's the sage who taught Ram and Lakshman the powerful mantras that guided them in every battle. Then there is Maharishi Agastya, who is revered for his spiritual authority and contributions to the entire Vedic knowledge. And then, of course, there's Maharishi Valmiki, who is the author of the Ramayana, representing devotion through literature and storytelling. We also talked about that in our discussions about how literature of all kinds for thousands of years have in some way or the other invoked many of these characters. And Devi Ahilya is the wife of sage Gautama, who he was liberated by Lord Ram from a curse, and this symbolizes compassion. And this is Nishadraj Guha, who was a tribal king, offered shelter and friendship to Lord Ram during exile and a sign of loyalty. And Mata Shabri is a devoted ascetic who welcomed Lord Ram with fruits, symbolizing devotion, humility.
Praful, we are looking at these visuals of Prime Minister offering prayers at the Sapt Mandir. Later in the day, Prime Minister would be hoisting the saffron flag, the religious flag, atop Shri Ram temple. We've been talking about the rich diversity of spiritual religious traditions in India. Within Hinduism, the diversity is so profound. What makes the story of Lord Ram stand out in an extraordinary manner that it does, according to you?
See, again, Sindhu, we always, you know, Indian traditions, we have, unfortunately, because lack of words in English, we have reduced them to isms. And when we say ism, it is very closed idea. Only Indian religions are called as Hinduism and Sikhism and Buddhism. In fact, they are not isms. They are basically different ways to reach to the same God. If there is one civilizational mantra that connects all Indians, is basically the mantra of Ekam Sad Vipraha Bahuda Vadanti. The truth is one, the wise people experience and tell it differently. If the truth is one and if the truth is symbolized in your life, how would it look like? India civilizationally saw that in the form of Ram, that incarnation of truth and justice. And that is why, irrespective of your tradition, whether you believe in non-dualism or dualism, monotheism or polytheism, you are a atheist or a complete believer, you know, again I am the words that I am using in English because we don't have alternate words in English. You can connect with Ram. You can connect with the story of Ram. And that is why, you know, when Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia writes, he starts by saying that I am an atheist, being a socialist, I don't believe in God, but still I believe that unless you understand Rama, Krishna and Shiva, you cannot understand India.
And just to understand the idea deeper, there's certain reference to Ram representing the universal. So it doesn't matter which stream of faith you follow.
Absolutely.
The idea of Ram, what he represents.
And that is why there is no particular way of worship that is being, it is not about, even if you don't believe in, say, some kind of idol worship, idolatry, still Ram is revered as a great human being by many. And that is possible in Indian philosophy, in Indian context. And so we have seen many people in Indian tradition, many literary figures, like for example, why Tulsi Ramayana became so important? Why Ram Leela was, you know, before Ram Leela there was Ram Katha. There was a narration of Ramayana in various forms, but there was no Ram Leela. Why Ram Leela became so important in 1560s and 70s? This is Lakshmana temples, the
Prime Minister there paying his respects and prayers at Lord Lakshmana temple in Ramayana. Lord Lakshman, younger brother of Lord Ram. And our correspondent Gautam continues to be covering Prime Minister's visit to Ayodhya. Prime Minister's visit, we're looking at those visuals, Gautam, if you can hear us. He's visiting various temples in the premises of Shri Ram temple. He went to the Sapta Mandir and now also praying at the Lakshman temple. Take us through the significance of these temples in the premises, Gautam.
Shubhendu, I can hear you very clearly. The Lord Lakshman temple is actually called the Shri Sheshavata temple because Lakshman is believed to be an incarnation of Lord Sheshnag, who is the king of serpents, which is why when you look at the idol inside the temple, it's Lakshmanji who's been depicted, of course, with his bow as well. That was his main weapon. He took part in that battle against the army of Ravan along with Lord Ram, and ultimately defeated the army of Ravan, and Ram killed Ravan as well because he had abducted his wife Sita. But the idol of Lakshman, on top of that you have Sheshnag as well. It's a beautiful depiction of both the forms in that temple. So quite a unique feature of this entire temple complex. You mentioned Sapta Mandir, you talked about the Maharshis, including Valmiki, who originally in Sanskrit put together the Ramcharitmanas. That Ramcharitmanas, of course, is what Tulsidas wrote later on. But the original text was that of Rishi Malvaki, Maharshi Valmiki. You talked about Ahalya Devi, you talked about Nishad Gu, Nishad Raj, and you also talked about Maharshabri, very intrinsic figures to the era of Lord Ram, which is why they found their place as idols, as figures of reverence, of obeisance, and Prime Minister Modi is paying obeisance to them. He is also paying obeisance at the Ma Annapurna temple, which is also part of this complex. Ma Annapurna is a manifestation of Goddess Parvati, and Ma Annapurna is the one who is credited with performing, providing the humankind with sustenance, food, and nourishment. So obeisance will be paid there as well. And of course, in the main Garbhagriha as well, at the idol of Lord Ram Lalla, Prime Minister Modi, and along with that, RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat will also go there. And then, of course, they will come to the main stage and be in front of the audience, which is gathered here, thousands of people daily, around almost 3,000 is the mighty numbers that we've seen, but a lot of other people also have been coming in, so the number could be higher as well. And it's all around the main temple that people have been seated. There's only one direction of the temple, which is facing east. Those people can see what's happening on stage. Others would not have been able to do that. So LED screens have been put all around the temple, the main forecourt, the prangan of the temple.
Gautam, as we stay with the visuals of the Prime Minister, visiting these various temples in the complex, you also spoke to the sculptors who have sculpted some of the idols. Tell us a little bit about their experience and the devotion that they put into these sculptures and what it means for them. I mean, after all, this is also the culmination of a lot of their hard work as well.
So it's the crowning glory of their career, and these are sculptors who are sculptors across 3 generations. I spoke to the grandson, but his grandfather was a sculptor, his father was a sculptor, and they have a whole team of sculptors really in Jaipur. They have a whole Murti Bhandar is what they call themselves, Pandey Murti Bhandar. They've done the work for a lot of idols there. In fact, they had also made the principal idol, the main idol of Ram Lalla as well, but that was in white marble. And ultimately the one that was put and consecrated in the temple is the black one, I believe in black granite. So they were in the race for that as well, but that didn't leave them dejected because they had so much other work to do as well, and they made most of the idols there, including the Ram Darbar, which is just a floor above the Garbhagriha, the main area where the Ram Lalla Murti is, the idol is, and this depicts the entire Darbar where you have Lord Hanuman as well, you have Lord Ram's brother Bharat as well there, depicted Ma Sita too, and Lakshman as well. So that's the whole Ram Darbar that's been shown in that sculpture, and they say that this has been, although it's taken a lot of time and effort, it's delicate, extremely delicate work done on marble, which is said to be a pliable stone, but it still requires a lot of craft to put across the kind of images that have been then put onto stone. And if you look at these images, it feels as if they're almost human, and you feel that you're in the presence of a divine deity, which is why again countless people have been drawn ever since this temple got consecrated to the site. We spoke to the General Secretary of the Teeth Kshetra Trust as well, and he said anywhere from 60 to 70,000 to 80,000 people have been coming here every day from different corners of the country, from different parts of the world, which is why this sort of temple was required here, so that people can pay respect and their obeisance to Lord Ram, to Ram Lalla in particular, because this is the birthplace of Ram. And this was a long fight, long battle which was won in the fort, and this is a fulfillment of the aspirations of the faithful.
Right, Gautam. And Praful, Mark talked about the sculptures who've given such beautiful idols to the temple. But I was thinking hundreds of invisible faces and hands who've finally helped construct this temple. It must be such a profoundly special day for them as well, who perhaps don't appear on the forefront, but have by brick helped create this structure.
Absolutely. In fact, when I visited Ayodhya, I met many of them, and we had a very long discussion. In fact, one of them I remember coming from Telangana, and almost for more than 8 months He did not take any leave, he did not go back home, and he said, this is my devotion for Ram, and that is why I am working here. So it was not just a, some company taking up some contract or some rich person giving some money and then the temple is being constructed. Can you imagine, more than 4.5 lakh villages were contacted to collect contributions for this temple. This temple is not constructed by a trust or by government. This is people of India from each and every corner, right from Arunachal to Andaman Nicobar. Everybody has, some kind of stake in this temple, and the people who work there. It is remarkable to see their commitment and devotion. The person who actually sort of saw this, there were 3 different murtis that were created. One of them now is used in Ram Darbar, but the main murti of Ram Lalla. So Arun, Yogiraj, and when he said, I had to sleep with that stone for months together, even just to visualize what a Ram Lalla would look like in a little bit grown up form, because the original Ram Lalla was crawling sort of Ram of 1940. So, and it was made of metal, this is of a stone. So even that visualization and the feelings about the temple, that has to be. So art is again not just a form of personal fulfillment or a career in Indian context. It is also a higher level of spiritualization. It is also a sort of manifestation of something that you experience your inner experience get manifested in some form, and then the statue or the murti comes out. So as one of the artists says, it is not that I am carving out something, it is already there. I am just trying to put aside the layers around it. That murti or the statue is already existing within. I am trying to give it a just enabling it to come out. So that kind of approach when you have, you see a very different kind of manifestation. I'm really keen when when this entire temple complex in full-fledged action mode, and now this is just a spiritual and religious experience, and you see various parts of India getting connected, various spiritual and religious traditions that get connected. They find their representation there. But besides that, there will be a Gurukul of where thousands of students will be studying in coming days. There will be adjacent hospital where people will be treated. That was the original idea of temple in India. Right. Temples were never supposed to be just the places of worship. There were places of education, there were places of healthcare, there were places of banking, there were places of very vibrant economic activity. They were the connecting points for entire society. That is what a temple is supposed to be in Indian context. I think Ram Mandir in Ayodhya is going to be that kind of symbol where all parts of society get connected. And besides that, beyond the religious tradition, beyond the historical significance, even for that matter political significance, the real role of temple as a connecting dot, as a healthcare system, as a education system, as a vibrant economic activity leading to prosperity, all these things will be materialized through this one model called Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Ayodhya Dham.
Right.
Dr. Hiraman Tiwari has joined us once again. Thanks for returning to the program, Dr. Tiwari. When we look at what this will do for Ayodhya, there is the feeling that this is to create really a global spiritual center. But one asks whether the city really is, I mean, the infrastructure of the city is ready for that.
I mean, I think the government will have to create that infrastructure. It is being created. And you were talking so far about the architecture of the temples and the idols. And Prabhuji was talking about how these architects are not just the artists who would make the idols, but also they would do it with devotion and also with certain amount of spiritual tinge to it. And therefore, if the idols are being brought, and one thing that has been pointed out by you and by Prabhuji again and again, that this Ayodhya temple is not just in the state of Uttar Pradesh, but it connects all the 4 or 7 corners, as you would like to think of India. As you know, the marbles and the architects are coming from all parts of the country, particularly from the south, and the architects are well skilled in their work. They have chiseled these idols as per the scriptures, as per the literature available, as per the smriti available, and therefore this is a city which connects everybody. As far as the infrastructure to take the load, to take the visitors and everything, I think the government of India and government of Uttar Pradesh both have to take steps to create that infrastructure. And if you visit the city, I think a lot of it is being done, and I'm sure it will be completed and done to facilitate the visitors, to make the visitors comfortable as they want to come and have darshan in Ram Mandir.
Right. Professor Tiwari, also if we look at how the diversity of Ramayana, legacy of Lord Ram, goes beyond the present day political boundaries of India, do you think these events, these visuals would be witnessed by people from across the world, especially Southeast Asia, which also shares with India the rich traditions of Ramayana?
Absolutely, without doubt. Of course, one which is very important for us is that India, all over the country, you have almost in every language, whether beginning from the Valmiki, Sanskrit Ramayana, and then of course comes Kambana's Tamil Ramayana, then Uruchachan's Malayalam Ramayana, then of course you have Odia Ramayana, you have Kannada Ramayana, you have Krittivasa's Valmiki Ramayana, of course culminating to Tulsi's Ramcharitmanas. So it is connecting the entire country. But as you mentioned in the Far East, particularly in Cambodia, in Thailand, in Indonesia, where the stories of Rama are embedded in their culture, in their politics, in their civilization. Of course, this temple will be viewed very keenly and spiritually, I hope. And certainly the Indian diaspora spread across the world will be very keen, and I'm sure many of them must be staying up all night watching and witnessing this great day of Dhwajarohan today, which is a culmination of the temple building, which is the culmination of the realization of the civilization value of Dharma and righteousness and the moral ethics that Rama, of course, represents for this country. So yes, it will be watched not only in India, not only across the country, but across the world as well.
Indeed, so Prime Minister's visit is also extremely significant in the context. We are continue to show you visuals of the Prime Minister visiting the Sapta Mandir and offering his devotions and prayers to the idols that are placed there, each symbolizing an important chapter in the life of Lord Ram, or in fact personalities and characters who have played a significant role in the development of the ideals that Lord Ram followed.
And I want to quickly check if our correspondent Gautam Roy continues to be with us. Gautam, if you're with us, all right, we'll connect with Gautam in just a bit. Praful, that point about how the appeal of Lord Ram goes beyond present-day Indian territories, all the countries that Dr. Tiwari mentioned. It represents interesting dualities. Indonesia is an interesting country. It's an Islamic country with the largest Muslim population, but they treasure and celebrate the legacies associated with Sanatan Dharma, with Hinduism.
Correct.
How do you see these convergences taking place in such a holistic manner? Praful, I'll come to you first, then Dr. Tiwari, I'll come to you.
Indeed.
See, Bibi, Well, as I said, it doesn't matter what your way of worship is. Ram as a personified Dharma can always be some form of attraction. That is what really surprises me when there were very few means of communication. We did not have this kind of channels where we could easily tell what and how could we create this kind of footprints across the continents, and that is also across the ways of worships. In fact, the Ramayana festival that I was talking about, the Hanuman, the person who played the role of Hanuman in that festival was Abdullah. And he said, for us, he's...
This was here in India?
Yeah, it was here. Very
Yes, I can.
So, he came all the way from Indonesia. And then he said, for us, Hanuman is the manifestation of power, manifestation of, he's a Pavana Sutta. He sees, the element of air that we talk about, and he was telling me about the philosophy behind Hanuman. So I was so taken aback. So that is how in fact our what we call today the soft power has been. That our traders, our educators, our healers, our spiritual gurus, they traveled across and they carried the stories. The stories created impressions.
And Praful, we'll just look at the screen and inform our audiences. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the fresh shots coming in from Ayodhya. Now, I believe, entering the main temple premises. He's accompanied by Yogi Adityanath, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. Those visuals coming in live from Ayodhya. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the premises of Shri Ram Temple. The occasion today, a momentous occasion. Prime Minister to ceremonially hoist the Dhwaj Pataka, the saffron flag, on the shikhar of Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir. These visuals coming in live from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, greeted by the officials in the premises. He is accompanied by Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, and that's a long view of the beautiful Ram temple, all decked up. And again, once again, from the inside of the temple premises, this is the sanctum sanctorum, Shri Ram Mandir, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi also praying and paying his respects to the different idols in the premises of Shri Ram temple. Praful?
This is the idol of goddess Sita in the premises of the main temple.
Ma Annapurna Devi Mandir.
I beg your pardon, I had it wrong.
I think the upper layer where the Ram Darbar is created.
A number of idols and temples exist within the larger premises of Shri Ram temple. In these visuals,
goddess Annapurna is a form of goddess Parvati. She symbolizes prosperity, nourishment, and also sustenance of life. And in the Hindu tradition, she is worshipped to ensure that no devotee or household suffers from hunger.
Prime Minister praying at the temple of Ma Annapurna in the premises of Shri Ram temple in Ayodhya. Mata Annapurna Devi Mandir, one of the many important temples within the premises, and once again you see the manner in which the festive spirit at the Ram temple in Ayodhya, all decked up, people from all walks of life being invited to participate on the occasion today. And Praful, there Prime Minister is looking at I believe some of the important illustrations from Ramayana, and those visuals you can see of the inner sanctorum of Shri Ram temple in Ayodhya, and various murals depicting scenes from Ramayana. Those visuals coming in live from Ayodhya. Prime Minister Narendra Modi accompanied by the Chief Minister the governor of the state of Uttar Pradesh, where Ayodhya is located. Dhwajarohan 2025, the translation would be religious flag hoisting at Shri Ram temple in Ayodhya. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reached the temple town earlier today, traveled through the road greeting people of Ayodhya. In a short while from now, Prime Minister would be participating in the hoisting of the religious flag. Hundreds and thousands of devotees, followers from all walks of life have been invited to participate in this program, exchanging greetings with officials, purohits in the temple premises. Those visuals coming in live from Ayodhya.
Indeed, these we continue to stay with these visuals. Prime Minister at the temple complex. He's accompanied by Yogi Adityanath, the Chief Minister, as well as Anandiben Patel, who's the governor of the state.
And the sound of chanting and prayers in the Sanatan tradition echoing through the premises of Ram Temple. And those visuals coming in live now from Ayodhya. Prime Minister Narendra Modi about to participate in the sacred ceremonies at Shri Ram Temple. Momentous occasion. Prime Minister is to ceremonially hoist saffron flag, Dhwaj Pataka, on the shikhar of Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir. Those visuals of Prime Minister inside the premises of Shri Ram Temple, beautifully constructed, decorated and decked up.
प्रेखादशवा मारुताः प्रश्नीमाताराः शोभञ्जावानो वेदाथेखो जगमायाः अग्ने जिह्वा मानवाः सूरचक्षसो विषवेनो देवा अवसागमन्निहा भद्रं कर्णेभिः श्रेणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्जायतराः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवाद्गोसत्तानो भिर्व्यासे माहि देवहितं जदायुः हरिः ॐ मृत्युहरणं सर्वव्याधिनाशनं श्रीरामचरणपादोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते अकाल मृत्युहरणं सर्वव्याधिनाशनं श्रीरामचरणपादोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते
तायामामद्यामेधयाग्ने मेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा मेधां मे वरुणो ददातु मेधामग्निः प्रजापतिः मेधामिन्द्रश्च वायुश्च मेधां धाता ददातु मे स्वाहा
हस्तो प्रक्षाल्य ऋषिकेशाय नमः। ओम
अपवित्रः पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थाङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं वायाभ्यन्तरः शुचिः पुण्डरीकाक्षः पुनातु पुण्डरीकाक्षः पुनातु पुण्डरीकाक्षः पुनातु
स्वस्ति तिलकम्
ॐ स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धशरावाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु
ओम
ज्योतिर्ज्योतिरग्निः स्वाहा सूर्यो ज्योतिर्ज्योतिः सूर्यः स्वाहा अग्निर्वर्चो ज्योतिर्वर्चः स्वाहा सूर्यो वर्चो ज्योतिर्वर्चः स्वाहा ज्योतिः सूर्यः सूर्यो ज्योतिः स्वाहा चन्द्रमा मनसो जातश्चक्षोः सूर्यो अजायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निरजायत
Anyway, I should. Seems like a serious issue.
ॐ नमो भगवते उत्तमश्लोकाय नम आर्यलक्षणशीलव्रताय नम उपशिक्षितात्मन उपासितलोकाय नमः साधुवादनिकषणाय नमो ब्रह्मण्यदेवाय महापुरुषाय महाराजाय नमः। कृपारत्नाकराय भगवते श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। चरणकमलेषु मन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि नमस्करोमि।
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कम समय में
कुछ जाना है वहाँ जाना था
ये ध्वजदंड जो शिखर के ऊपर लगाया गया है 42 फीट ऊंचा है, 5 टन वजन का।
अब तुम इधर क्या कर रहे हैं?
धातु का बना है, अहमदाबाद से बना है, 42 फीट में 12 फीट
तो वहाँ हो रहा है
शिखर के नीचे
तो वहाँ फ्रेम में आ जाएगा।
शिखर के ऊपर केवल 30 फीट ऊंचा होगा और शिखर 161 फीट ऊंचाई पर है। तो ध्वज जिस स्तर पर आपकी कुर्सियां लगी हैं उस भूतल से 191 फीट ऊपर डायगोनल तिरछा चढ़ाया जाएगा। आप देखते होंगे मंदिर नीचे से चौड़ा होता है, जैसे जैसे ऊपर जाते हैं वो सिकोता जाता है। तो मंदिर पर ध्वज चढ़ाने के लिए दूर से रस्सी चढ़ाई जाएगी। सामान्यतया ध्वज बदलने के लिए मंदिर में सीढ़ियां लगा देते हैं लोहे की। लोहा पत्थर को खराब करेगा और इसलिए यहाँ वो सीढ़ियां नहीं लगाया।
ये सीधा प्रसारण श्री अयोध्या धाम से प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी मौजूद हैं। भगवान श्री राम
temple premises. The occasion, a momentous one. Prime Minister is to ceremonially hoist saffron flag on the shikhar of Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir. As we speak, Prime Minister offering prayers at the Sanctum Sanctorum of Shri Ram Temple in Ayodhya.
Indeed, if we talk about the flag, it is a flag that is in the shape of a triangle, a right-angled triangle, and it is a unique flag because it symbolizes the radiance of the sun, and it also has a Kovidara tree and the sacred symbol of Om, and it also symbolizes what Lord Ram stands for, which is brilliance, valor, and the ideals of good governance. Prime Minister had also described Lord Ram, in fact, as the soul of India and the basis of its whole consciousness and pride. So this is indeed a ceremony which is significant both spiritually and culturally. It's a large milestone in the journey of the development of this mandir, and now it is the culmination in a sense, because on the spike or the spire, the highest point of this temple, will this flag be raised. It is in a sense a form of a second pran pratishtha, or a consecration of the temple. The first consecration, the real consecration, has taken place in January of 2024. Prime Minister was in attendance there as well, and now this is more like a culmination of the whole process.
And you can see outside in the premises of the Ayodhya temple, hundreds of devotees, invitees, sadhus, spiritual leaders, people from all walks of life have been invited to participate in this historic occasion, the occasion of the Dhwaj Pataka, or the religious flag hoisting at the Shikhar of Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir. The program is taking place on an auspicious day. It's in Hindu traditions, it's Panchami of the Shukla Paksh in the month of Margashirsha. It coincides with the Abhijit Muhurat of Shri Ram and Mata Sita's Vivah Panchami, a day symbolizing divine union. It's a very special day on which the flag hoisting ceremony is taking place. And as we speak, those visuals coming in live from Ayodhya, the temple town in a festive mood. A cross-section of a population has come here, devotees, followers, religious leaders, sadhus have all gathered to bear witness to this momentous occasion.
Right, indeed, and the triangular flag is not just, doesn't just signify the temple structure, it's a spiritual declaration in a sense, of cultural heritage of the country. And it symbolizes the continuity of ancient traditions. That's what our guests have been talking about in their statements. They were talking about the continuity of ancient traditions right up to the modern times. And it's also a reaffirming that Ayodhya in that context is now emerging as it plays the role, it has played the role of a binding force, a spiritual capital in a sense. It has that capital as well, used in another context, the word capital. It is the place which sort of unites, and it brings in an inclusive context to the whole process of a unified India, which is, our guest was saying, India, even in the days gone by, might have had different, been a collection of various princely states, but really they had symbolically one context, and that symbol is unified in Ayodhya.
And those are some close shots of the devotees. There's some long shots of the temple, all coming together to demonstrate the special occasion that is being observed today. Prime Minister to ceremonially hoist saffron flag atop Shri Ram temple. The flag hoisted, that will be hoisted in a short while from now.
There are about 7,000 people in attendance.
Yes.
And they belong to different backgrounds. And this is to also signify that there is unity. That is one of the principles of the ideals of Ram Rajya. It is inclusivity, inclusive representation. So we have from different contexts, one wouldn't be using the words, let's use the word class, backgrounds, and there are also minority community representatives present at this function.
The flag that is to be hoisted at Ram Temple today will not only symbolize the devotees' unwavering faith in the legacy of Lord Ram, but also bear witness to Ayodhya's great traditions such as Surya Vansh and Raghukul. Both the Valmiki Ramayana and Ramcharitra describe flags, banners, arches with great grandeur. Celebration of Treta Yuga was the birth of Raghav, and this Kali Yuga celebration, the Kali Yuga celebration, announces the completion of the construction of his temple. When the flag is hoisted on the peak of the Raghukul Tilak temple, it will signal to the world that Ram Rajya has been restored in Ayodhya. The return of Lord Ram to Ayodhya, the flag hoisted at the temple by Prime Minister later today will be saffron. In Sanatan tradition, saffron is considered a symbol of renunciation, sacrifice, bravery and devotion. The color also holds special place during the reign of Raghuvansh dynasty. Saffron is the color that represents knowledge, valor, dedication and victory of truth. the sacrifice and struggle of Lord Ram himself, the devotees and saints for centuries to keep this tradition alive, is embodied in this flag, a symbol of their sacrifice. And later today, that moment when Prime Minister would participate in hoisting the saffron flag atop Shri Ram temple in Ayodhya. Those long shots give you a glimpse of the beauty of the temple and also the enthusiasm of the gathering, people from all walks of life cheering and excited on this special occasion. As Prime Minister, in a short while from now, he is engaged in prayers in the sanctum sanctorum of the temple, and in less than 30 minutes that muhurat for the hoisting of the saffron flag atop the temple should begin.
Indeed, and it is really a large temple complex, because that's what we've been seeing. And Prime Minister, we've already shown you these visuals, has visited the temples that are surrounding the main temple. He's now currently in the main temple, and the Sapta Mandir, as it's been called, it represents various figures. Yes, not just the architectural significance of it all. It's symbolic as well. It represents unity, the unity of thought, because the sages are involved. There are devotees, those who had given their lives, in a sense, his brother Lakshman. There are others who had, like Nishad Raj Guha, who had the Mata Shabari. They all sort of participated in the whole process that signified the growth and the development and the formation, in a sense, of the wisdom that is considered Ram Raja. And this is an inclusive nature of devotion to Lord Ram, because it looks about the unity of these sages, devotees and divine figures who've helped uphold the ideals of Ram Raja. It's and so this is more of an ecosystem, and the ideas that Lord Ram, the ideals that he stands for, would be wisdom, loyalty, love for Dharma. And there is also the background. There is royalty, there is tribal leaders, there are women ascetics, poets. So you see the different cultural streams with which that unity of purpose comes.
The hoisting of the flag at the temple is not just a ritual, but also has deep spiritual meaning. In Sanatan tradition, the flag is considered very sacred. Again, on your screens, you can see visuals of devotees and participants of the ceremony today from all walks of life, saints, sadhus, individuals, men, women. And you also see dominance of the saffron color, which will also be taken up in the air with the dhwaja. According to Sanatan Dharma belief system, the spire of a temple is the highest point from where divine energy enters the temple. The flag then acts as a medium between the energy of the universe and the sanctum sanctorum, where the idol of the deity is placed. The flag also signifies the presence of the deity in the temple. The Dharma dhwaja, or the holy religious flag, is also called the protector of the temple. It is believed that the flag protects the temple, its surrounding areas, from negative forces, obstacles, and maintains a sense of positivity and peace in the environment. The hoisting of the flag on any temple is considered to signify the completion of the temple's construction, and that it has now become the center of spiritual energy for devotees. And hoisting the flag at the historic Ram temple will officially announce the successful completion of this monumental construction. And there in the visuals you can see the inner sanctum sanctorums, the idol of Lord Ram and Sita.
Indeed, if we step back a little bit, so the implication would mean that without the flag, actually the temple still is in the process of completion. So the flag is considered then that final aspect when the flag is hoisted, and it then sends out a message to the world. It's a symbol of Dharma and a declaration actually of victory of Dharma. It's That's in the end is the essence of the religious and the moral and spiritual purpose, is to ultimately the victory of dharma or righteousness over unrighteousness or adharma. And the color, as Shubhendu was saying, saffron itself is very significant. We know that saffron is the color of fire. It's also the color of the sun. It's also the color, in a sense, of purity, of renunciation, and it gives that feeling of selflessness, of service. You have the fire to serve. So all this is significant in the color, and it's a color worn, as we can see, by people who have dedicated their life to service in the Indian tradition.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a short while from now, will be participating in the Dhwajarohan, the religious flag hoisting ceremony at Shri Ram Temple in Ayodhya. The flag that will be hoisted at the temple has been specially designed. It will be saffron in color. It will feature the sun god symbol. This is because, according to scriptures, Lord Shri Ram belonged to the Suryavansh dynasty, and the symbol of sun signifies power, brilliance, energy and prosperity. The tradition of hoisting flag atop a temple is ancient in Hinduism. The scriptures state that the flag symbolizes glory and the power of the deity. In the visuals, you can see the deities from inside the temple premises. As we speak, Prime Minister is engaged in prayers in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Indeed, so this is even more significant, the flag hoisting, because it's, as our guests were saying, it is the culmination of centuries of a struggle, of a faith, a centuries-old faith and resilience of the faith, in perseverance of this goal. And in a sense, it is the victory of millions of devotees who have sought for the temple's construction and what it would stand for as a symbol for the cultural depth or the unity of Indian traditions. And India has always had the tradition of unity in diversity and also unity with dignity. So this would ultimately be part of that culmination in this symbolic gesture, in a sense, of the flag.
In the visuals on your screens, we are showcasing shots of hundreds of devotees and followers, also glimpses from the Sanctum Sanctorum, idols of different gods and goddesses in the premises of Shri Ram Temple, Goddess Annapurna Devi, where Prime Minister Modi offered prayers a short while ago. As we speak, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is engaged in prayers at the Sanctum Sanctorum of Lord Shri Ram. Prime Minister, in a short while from now, will ceremonially hoist saffron flag on the shikhar of the sacred Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Temple in Ayodhya. It symbolizes the completion of the temple's construction, ushering in a new chapter of cultural evolution, celebration and national unity. Amid the chanting of Vedic mantras, the saffron-colored flag will be hoisted on the temple pinnacle. This flag hoisting is not just a ritual or celebration, it is a historic juncture where millennia of cultural memory, decades of struggle, saintly penance, devotees' patience, and the nation's collective consciousness converge to affirm truth, revive Dharma, and complete the grand temple of Lord Shri Ram's birthplace. And there on your screen, the idol of Lord Shri Ram as a young boy in the temple premises of Ayodhya. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, accompanied by RSS Chief Mohan Bhagavat, engaged in prayers in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
So the whole concept is that this is Ram Janmabhoomi. So hence the idol is of the young Ram, the boy Ram, and that's Ram Lalla. And now This is the paradigm of humanity and governance. He taught that the purpose of power is service, not domination, that the foundation of a state is justice, not fear, and that the heart of the nation is in its people, not its ruler. And this spirit of Ram Raja, it continues to guide society, policy, and the nation's character. So when the saffron flag flies atop this, on the spike, on the spiral, it in fact will not simply signify victory. It's going to be symbolizing the unwavering devotion, also the sacrifice, austerity, struggle, the patience, the compassion, the truth. As our guest was saying, it really symbolizes truth, the truth, and also the ethical values, moral values that millions have actually preserved across generations. So this flag sends out a timeless message in that sense. India stands steadfast in its traditional values, the values that have built the country, and it's going to build its future on these values. The Shri Ram Janmabhoomi Temple, it stands as a culmination of centuries of enduring faith.
And you also just got a glimpse of the beautiful idols of gods and goddesses in the temple premises. If you can play those shots again of Lord Shri Ram, Mata Sita, Hanuman, and other idols. Those visuals are also important because the occasion that this program is taking place, it's the auspicious and Sanatan tradition, and there the visuals that I was talking about, the idols of Lord Ram and Sita. It is said that the auspicious Panchami of Shukla Paksha in the month of Margashirsha, coinciding with Abhijit Muhurat of Shri Ram and Mata Sita's Vivaha Panchami, a day symbolizing divine union. This day also marks the martyrdom of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, the 9th Sikh Guru, who meditated in Ayodhya for 48 hours in the 17th century.
Our correspondent Gautam Roy is joining us on the phone line. Gautam, so we continue to look at the visuals that are coming in from the main temple. Tell us, put it into context for us. We've been talking now about the whole purpose, but in the big picture, this is more also about the building of a global spiritual center, in a sense. Gautam, can you hear me?
Ayodhya has always been.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you, Mark.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, Ayodhya has been a spiritual center for a long time, for centuries really, because it has always been associated with Lord Ram, the birthplace of Ram. This is where Lord Ram ruled from as well once he came back after completing his Vanvas, his banishment into the forest, and then of course the battle against Ravan and his army. He established Ram Raja as well. So in a way, it has been a spiritual center for long. There are over 6,000 temples in Ayodhya, but there was a temple that was missing in the way that it was conceived by the faith for a long time at its exact birthplace in Ayodhya because of certain historical facts. And that changed with the Supreme Court saying that this entire area, which is now about 28 hectares, is meant for the Ram temple. And then after that, the construction took its own speed, the consecration happened, and now we come to a moment when the Shri Ram Janmabhoomi temple, that's what it's exactly called, is complete, which is why this moment is being celebrated, which is why the saffron holy flag will be hoisted. It's a flag of the faith. It's a color which represents the flame of any Vedi, any yagya, which it signifies purity, sacrifice, valor, so many values that are held dear by humankind, by many faiths, all faiths of humankind, but are extremely dear, especially dear in Hinduism.
Right, Gautam, and we're now looking at live visuals coming in from Ayodhya. Prime Minister Narendra Modi after completing the worship and prayers in the inner sanctorum of Shri Ram temple, accompanied by RSS chief, governor of Uttar Pradesh and chief minister of Uttar Pradesh. Now outside of the main sanctorum, and in the shots we can also see hundreds of people who've gathered from different parts of Uttar Pradesh and the country, and a long shot of the breathtaking
very imposing, imposing
temple structure. In those visuals, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, accompanied by other leaders, RSS chief, Uttar Pradesh chief minister, Uttar Pradesh governor. Gautam, we are in our shots also looking at hundreds of people. They're all enthusiastic who are looking at, but these visuals are important. I think we're getting closer to the moment of the Dhwajarohan, or the flag hoisting, that Prime Minister will be performing at Shri Ram temple. Gautam, meanwhile, if you can fill us in, of the hundreds of people who've gathered, who do they represent? How many people have come, even as Prime Minister offers prayers for the flag hoisting ceremony?
Yes, this is the moment really, Subhedu, where today's celebrations and today's day has been all about. They are about to, both Mohan Bhagwat, the RSS chief, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as you can see in the images, are hoisting that much talked about flag, the saffron flag that is going up now. They've reached the spot. You can see the Prime Minister offering flowers, weasels to this holy sacred flag as well. And pretty soon you see it going up, this flagpole, which is on top of the pinnacle, the golden pinnacle of the Shri Ram Janmabhoomi temple. The pole itself is golden, and we have expressed that button, as you can see in the pictures. And you can also perhaps hear the applause. And
yes, Gautam, I think the moment is here.
Out.
Yes, Gautam, we're looking at now that momentous moment when the Dharma Dhwaja, or the religious flag, is being hoisted in the visuals. Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
यथेष्टाः सभेयो जुवास्य जजमानस्य वीरो जायतानि आमे धीरामेणः पर्जन्यो परिषतु फलवत्यो न ओषधयः पश्यन्ताञ्जो रक्षेमो नः कल्पताम्
ये अलौकिक क्षण के साक्षी बने हैं। सदियों की मनोकामना पूर्ण हुई है। मंदिर के उत्तुंग शिखर पर केसर।
Well, clearly the flag, it conveys great ideals, the ideals of dignity, unity, justice, prosperity for all, and it is now being hoisted upon the imposing and magnificent building which symbolizes an ecosystem of Ram Rajya.
Just witnessed a historic moment. The Dhwaj Pataka has been hoisted by Prime Minister Narendra Modi atop Shri Ram Temple, and we saw devotees going up in jubilation as the Pataka, as the flag rose atop the temple. It's a right-angle triangular flag measuring 10 feet in height, about 20 feet in length, bears the image of a radiant sun symbolizing the brilliance and valor of Lord Ram, with Om inscribed on it, along with an image of a tree. It's a Kovidara tree. The sacred saffron flag conveys a message of dignity, unity and cultural continuity, embodying the ideals of Ram Rajya, or the rule of Lord Ram.
In fact, the Kovidar tree is also connected back to the royal lineage of the Surya Vansh, or the Solar dynasty, and it is believed that this was at that time utilized in the flags which the Ayodhya rulers had. So its inclusion is a restoration, in a sense, of the cultural identity associated with the Solar dynasty or the Surya Vansh.
And then the visuals, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, after the historic hoisting of the Dhwaj Pataka atop the Shri Ram Temple, is going to be participating in a special public program. Hundreds of people, saints, sadhus and people from other walks of life have gathered to bear witness to this momentous occasion. Those visuals coming in live from Ayodhya, Uttar Pradesh. The flag has been hoisted atop the Shri Ram Temple, constructed in the Nagara architectural style, while the surrounding 800-meter parkota, a circumference enclosure built around the temple, designed in the South Indian architectural tradition, showcasing
राम लला का प्रतिमा और जो ध्वज ऊपर फहराया गया है, आरोहित किया गया है, उस ध्वज को ही प्रतीक बनाकर भेंट किया गया है। रामलला की प्रतिमा और कोविदार वृक्ष युक्त सूर्य और ओंकार युक्त ध्वज।
सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की, माता जानकी की, सरयू मैया की, भारत माता की, नमः पार्वती पतिये हर हर। आज सफल तपु तीरथ त्यागो, आज सुफल जप जोग विरागो, सफल सकल शुभ साधन साजो, राम तुम्हें अवलोकत आजो। श्री अयोध्या धाम में मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम भगवान श्री राम के भव्य मंदिर पर ध्वजारोहण एक यज्ञ की पूर्णाहुति नहीं बल्कि एक नए युग का शुभारंभ है। इस अवसर पर भारत के भाग्य को वैश्विक मंच पर एक नई ऊंचाई पर पहुंचाने वाले दुनिया के सबसे लोकप्रिय राजनेता और भारत के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का मैं उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार और उत्तर प्रदेश वासियों की ओर से, सभी राम भक्तों की ओर से हृदय से स्वागत करता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं। इस अवसर पर अपनी गरिमामयी उपस्थिति से इस संपूर्ण कार्यक्रम के गौरव को बढ़ाने वाले हमारे विचार परिवार के मुखिया आदरणीय सरसंघ चालक जी का भी मैं सभी राम भक्तों की ओर से हृदय से स्वागत और अभिनंदन करता हूं। प्रदेश की माननीय राज्यपाल आदरणीय श्रीमती आनंदीबेन पटेल जी, श्री राम जन्मभूमि तीर्थ क्षेत्र न्यास के अध्यक्ष पूज्य महंत नृत्य गोपाल दास जी महाराज, कोषाध्यक्ष श्री राम जन्मभूमि तीर्थ क्षेत्र न्यास पूज्य स्वामी गोविंद देव गिरी जी महाराज, अन्य सभी पूज्य संतों और आप सभी उपस्थित अतिथियों का इस आयोजन में हृदय से स्वागत करता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं। बहनों और भाइयों, प्रभु श्री राम का यह भव्य मंदिर 140 करोड़ भारतीयों की आस्था, सम्मान और आत्म गौरव का प्रतीक है। इस भव्य मंदिर के निर्माण में योगदान देने वाले उन सभी कर्मयोगियों का भी मैं हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं। आज का यह पावन दिन उन पूज्य संतों, योद्धाओं, श्री राम भक्तों की अखंड साधना, संघर्ष को समर्पित है, जिन्होंने इस पूरे आंदोलन और संघर्ष के लिए अपना जीवन समर्पित किया। विवाह पंचमी का यह दिव्य संयोग इस उत्सव को और भी पावन बना रहा है। ध्वजारोहण उस सत्य का उद्घोष है कि धर्म का प्रकाश अमर है और राम राज्य के मूल्य कालजयी हैं। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, 2014 में जब आपने भारत का नेतृत्व संभाला था, उसी दिन कोटि कोटि भारतवासियों के मन में, उनके हृदय में यह संभावना, यह संकल्प और विश्वास का सूर्योदय हुआ। आज वही विश्वास, वही तपस्या, वही अनगिनत पीढ़ियों की प्रतीक्षा आपके कर कमलों के माध्यम से साकार रूप से पूरे भारतवासियों और सभी सनातन धर्मावलंबियों के समक्ष आज इस भव्य राम मंदिर के रूप में है। श्री राम मंदिर पर फहराता यह केसरिया ध्वज धर्म का प्रतीक है, मर्यादा का प्रतीक है, सत्य, न्याय और राष्ट्र धर्म का भी प्रतीक है। यह विकसित भारत की संकल्पना का प्रतीक भी है, क्योंकि संकल्प का कोई विकल्प नहीं। और पिछले 11 वर्ष में बदलते हुए भारत को हम सब ने अपनी आंखों से देखा है। एक नया भारत का दर्शन हम कर रहे हैं, जहां पे विरासत और विकास का एक बेहतर समन्वय इसे एक नई ऊंचाई की ओर प्रदान कर रहा है। तो नहीं दरिद्र को दुखी न दीना, नहीं कहो अबुद न लक्षण हीना। 80 करोड़ लोगों को राशन की सुविधा का लाभ, 50 करोड़ लोगों को निःशुल्क स्वास्थ्य की सुविधा का लाभ, हर गरीब के पास जरूरतमंद को एक आवास की सुविधा, हर व्यक्ति को बिना भेदभाव के शासन की सभी प्रकार की सुविधाओं का, यह राम राज्य की उस उद्घोषणा का जिसका आधार विकसित भारत है, यह उसी का संकल्प है। बहनों और भाइयों, पिछले 500 वर्षों में साम्राज्य बदले, पीढ़ियां बदली, किंतु आस्था अडिग रही, अचल रही। आस्था न झुकी और न रुकी। जन जन को विश्वास अटल था। और जब राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ जैसे यशस्वी संगठन के हाथों में कमान आई, तो हर एक मुंह से बिना किसी परवाह करके एक ही उद्घोष निकलता था कि राम लला हम आएंगे, मंदिर वहीं, लाठी गोली खाएंगे, मंदिर वहीं। और एक समय था जब ये वैभवशाली अयोध्या संघर्षों, अराजकता, बदहाली का शिकार बन चुका था। लेकिन आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन और नेतृत्व में आज अयोध्या उत्सवों की एक वैश्विक राजधानी बन रही है। यहां हर दिन एक पर्व है, हर दान एक प्रताप है, और हर दिशा में राम राज्य की पुनर्स्थापना का दिव्य अनुभूति हो रही है। आज श्री राम लला की यह पावन नगरी आस्था और आधुनिकता की, आस्था एवं अर्थव्यवस्था के एक नए युग में प्रवेश कर चुकी है। बेहतर कनेक्टिविटी है। यहां पर धर्मपथ, रामपथ, भक्तिपथ, पंचकोसी और 14 कोसी परिक्रमा के साथ साथ 84 कोसी की परिक्रमा श्रद्धालु और भक्तों को एक नए मार्ग और आस्था को एक नया सम्मान प्रदान कर रही है। महर्षि वाल्मीकि के नाम पर स्थापित अंतर्राष्ट्रीय एयरपोर्ट अंतर्राष्ट्रीय और राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर उस कनेक्टिविटी को बेहतर सुविधा उपलब्ध करवा रही है। हर प्रकार की सुविधा आज अयोध्या धाम में इसे आस्था और आधुनिकता के साथ ही आस्था और अर्थव्यवस्था के एक नए केंद्र के रूप में और देश की पहली सोलर सिटी के रूप में भी, इसे सस्टेनेबल स्मार्ट सिटी के रूप में इस नई अयोध्या का दर्शन आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में आज हम सबको देखने को मिल रहा है। आज का यह दिन हम सबके लिए, हर भारतवासी के लिए, हर सनातन धर्मावलंबी के लिए आत्म गौरव का दिन है, राष्ट्र गौरव का दिन है। इस अवसर पर अपने व्यस्ततम दिनचर्या से आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इस कार्यक्रम में समय निकाल करके प्रभु श्री राम के भव्य मंदिर में इस केसरिया ध्वज का आरोहण स्वयं अपने कर कमलों से किया है। मैं इस अवसर पर उनका हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करते हुए अभिनंदन करता हूं, स्वागत करता हूं आदरणीय सरसंघ चालक जी का और अन्य सभी सम्मानित अतिथियों, पूज्य संतों, आप सभी राम भक्तों का मैं हृदय से स्वागत और अभिनंदन करते हुए अपनी वाणी को देता हूं विराम। जय जय श्री राम।